Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Matthew Perry, the former Friends star who tragically lost his life in October of last year. There are some new pieces of information surrounding his death and what's taken place. Even some people have been charged, believe it or not, because of the circumstances surrounding his death. A lot of people seem to think at the time of his death that it was strange. And they were right, because a lot of the information that's coming out now happens to confirm a lot of the stuff that people were saying and alluding to last year. But obviously they were silenced because, we can't speculate or make assumptions surrounding certain things. But, people usually will tell you what's going on if they can. And Matthew Perry did in many ways. It was rather cryptic, but nevertheless, he did. Now, the whole events leading up to Matthew Perry's passing. Look, we need to talk about it because mental health and addiction are two very prominent things that are going on in today's society. They're both on the rise, and they need to be addressed quite significantly because a lot of people are suffering and dealing with mental health disorders, and addiction is just taking over the world as we know it. Now, we all have addictive personalities and addictive tendencies. I know that to be a fact. Choose your poison, effectively speaking. I struggled with an eating disorder for a while. I had a porn addiction. We all have our drug of choice. And if we're not careful, that drug of choice can be really the end of us. Unfortunately, it was the end for Matthew Perry. But his final last words is going to shock many of you, may even send chills up your spine. Who knows? But anyway, let's get into this. Matthew Perry's chilling final words have been revealed. Matthew Perry's chilling final words to his assistant on the day of his tragic death have been revealed in a shocking report. Matthew Perry's chilling final words to his assistant. New details about the star's final weeks alive have been released in relation to the plea deal taken by Perry's former live-in assistant, Kenneth Iwemsama, whatever his name is, 59 years old. The former Friends star told his assistant to shoot me up with a big one shortly before he was found face down in the hot tub of his Los Angeles mansion. It emerged that after the first dose, Perry's assistant gave him another one 4 hours later, and another 40 minutes later. It was before the third and final injection. Perry told him, shoot me up with a big one. The shocking claims were made in newly released police documents that also said Perry had previously been found unconscious at his home twice before his death last October. So it's clear that Perry was dealing with stuff, mentally speaking. Still, we know that Perry dealt with addiction for most of his life, and he was quite open about that, and he even wrote a book about it. But he was saying that in some interviews that I saw that he's on the mend, he's, getting better, but tragically, it doesn't look like that is the case. Just hours before he died, Perry messaged his assistant asking him to prepare the jacuzzi for him before asking to be shot up with ketamine, according to prosecutors. The report revealed that the actor received shots of ketamine at around 8:30 a.m. and 12:45 p.m. on the day of his tragic death. Following his death, authorities conducted a lengthy and explosive investigation that culminated this month in the arrest of Iwasama Massa, alongside four others, Eric Fleming, Dr. Mark Chavez, Jasveen Sankar, and Dr. Salvador Placicia, I think. According to page 6, Iwam Asa, Fleming, and Chavez all agreed to a deal that saw them plead guilty, while Sangar and Placencia had pleaded not guilty. Perry's final haunting words revealed at his stepfather, Kenneth Morrison, as his stepfather, Keith Morrison, spoke out to say he hopes unscrupulous suppliers of dangerous drugs will get the message after 5 people were arrested in connection with the late actor's death. I'm glad the arrests have been actually made because it looks like it was a homicide. So just a very sad set of circumstances, if you ask me. In a statement issued to Entertainment Weekly, he said, "We were and still are heartbroken by Matthew's death, but it has helped to know law enforcement has taken this case very seriously, or his case. And we look forward to justice taking its course, and we're grateful for the exceptional work of the multiple agencies whose agents investigated Matthew's death. We're hoping unscrupulous suppliers of dangerous drugs will get the message." Let's hope so, but I'm not holding my breath yet again. Perry spoke openly about his battle with addiction and wrote about it in his 2022 memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. As Perry noted in his book, he received ketamine infusions while in a Swiss rehab clinic during the pandemic. Ketamine was a very popular street drug in the 1980s. There is a synthetic form of it now, and it's used for two reasons: to ease pain and help with depression, he said in his book, adding, has my name written all over it. They might as well have called it Matty. Unfortunately, it was the end of you, mate. At the time of his death, the star was undergoing ketamine therapy for depression. However, according to the coroner, the drug in Perry's system was not from his treatments because ketamine's half-life is only 3 to 4 hours, and he had last been treated over a week before he died. So just a very sad, tragic set of circumstances. And look, those words really make me sad, and they do actually shock me in some ways, because, man, no one should ever get to this point. And it just goes to show you, like, you can say one thing, but on the other hand, it can be completely different. So you need to check in with your mates always. Make sure that they're doing okay, because mental health is no joke, man. It really, really does affect many, many people. I've been there. I know what it's like. It's not easy. So especially guys that are very good at putting masks on and hiding things like this, make sure you guys are checking in. And guys, please, if you're watching this, don't suffer in silence. Don't. And it's also one of the reasons why I wrote this book too. So if you want, you can get a copy, and hopefully it's a help to you all that may be struggling and need a way out and to find the light. But anyway, you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.